All right, let's see if anyone even joins on this. I don't even know. I know we're camera off at the moment, but you know what, guys? I just feel like chatting with y'all. We're just gonna start a little poll here. I do. Yes. Um. Oh my god, why do I have the worst hiccups ever right now? They're not that bad. Are you happy and you know it? If you are, clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands at Void King Zoe dash Untamed Chaos 21. Clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Clap your hands, Munib. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. I haven't seen you in so long. I know, guys, it's been so long since I've gone live. I'm not gonna lie, we're just in a no camera city. Like, my camera is just, not an option. But I have an oxygen level of 90%, which means no work for the courtsters. And yeah, I don't know if you could hear it in my voice, but I've been in bed for over a week. So yeah, I'm bored AF. Anyway, clap, clap. Munib's happy and he knows it. I know, it's been so long. Thank you. Cause you know what? I'm so raspy, guys. Anyway. So you guys know I have a little bunny, Luna, and she takes such good care of me. And guys, this past week, oh hi baby, hi baby. Yeah, she's like looking at me as I'm talking about her. She has been like sleeping in a different part of the room, pretty much so like her and I see each other. Like so she sees my face. It's really freaking cute. Like she just watches me. And I'm like, I love you. Munib, your hair fell out. Yes, get me on TikTok because anyway, I could go off a whole spiel on TikTok and I low key want to drop some of my thoughts. But anyway, thank you, Junior Garza. I love you. You know I love you. Munib, I'm curious what caused the hair loss? Unless maybe you don't know. But I'm just curious because, like, before losing my hair, I didn't know anyone that did. And then once I lost my hair, I met so many other people who did lose their hair. A lot of people from like trauma, a lot of people from COVID. And by the way, a year ago when I got really sick and collapsed at work and had to stop working and everything was, I was in the hospital a lot. My COVID numbers were insane. My COVID was like 2,000% when it's supposed to be like less than 1%. Like it was crazy. And I actually just took a COVID test yesterday and it came back negative, which is awesome because that means that my long COVID is gone. Not awesome because I'm still symptomatic and I'm still having health health issues, which means it was not the long COVID causing my health issues, which is more of a concern. But anyway, most likely a fungal patch. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that definitely does cause hair loss. I have seborrheic dermatitis, and that's kind of like similar, but it's white. Oh my god, that's so interesting. Wow. Not even blonde, like white, like the pigmentation. Oh my god, it must have like affected the pigmentation. Oh my gosh, I don't think you guys can see it even in any of my videos or my pictures, but I have a little blonde spot on the side of my head. And in our family, we have like three families that are all cousins, and in each of our families, it's I think it's the second or third born, depending on like, miscarriages and stuff, that has a blonde spot in their head. But it's one of us from each family that has a blonde spot in our head. It's crazy. Oh, honey bun. I love that. It's like, oh, like Cinnabon. You ever watch Cinnabon? So cute. Hi, Chris. Guys, we got one vote for you're happy and you know it. Okay, let me go on to the whole TikTok thing. So I never got TikTok because my gut was like, Something in my gut was like, don't get TikTok. Either it was like a virus or it was scoping on us. Like I had that gut feeling. So I never got TikTok. And then things started to come out that TikTok was like actively watching, like the way that you type and whatnot. You guys know what I'm saying. Um, so now I'm so relieved that I never got TikTok. However, now in this time and space, I learned that all of my freaking data, no matter what it is being recorded and sold and this and that. So I'm like, screw it. What makes TikTok any different? Like, all that I can do is control what I do on my phone. If I know that my phone gives a permanent record of me and gives access to my information, then it becomes my responsibility to be in control of what I allow my phone access to. It's almost the same as like you go into a room of people and no one knows anything about you except for the way that you present yourself and the information you share. It's kind of like that with your phone. What's unfortunate is that our phones are now picking up stuff that we don't necessarily want to share. And I'm going to go off on this tangent because I read it somewhere and I was like, yep, that makes sense. Everyone's talking about, 3G, 4G, 5G, all these, wavelengths, and it's affecting us. Yeah, well, I recently read that our Wi-Fi can pick up exactly where we are, like our physical location. And that triggered something in my head that is, what if you're in hiding and they want to find you? They can if you're around a Wi-Fi source. They can. Isn't that scary? So, I don't know. This world is crazy. And I would love to pack a bag with Luna and head to the woods. But last night I watched a video about like fairies and like miniature people that like guard the land like near like Mohegan Sun and stuff like that in Connecticut. And it scares me because now our society is in a time and space where we have gone away from folklore, that we don't know about the land. We don't actually know about the place we're living in. We know about this, like, oh my God, wait, we don't actually know about the place we live in. We know of the stories, but is that not true for each and every culture? If you are picking up what I'm putting down, you must be a smart motherfucker because I I can barely even follow my brain train. Oh, I didn't take my ADHD meds today. What do I do because my stomach hurts? My stomach hurts AF. Why does okay, let's narrow this down. Cuz listen, I'm nausea all the time. I'm nausea. I am nausea. Are you shallow breathing slash do you have anxiety? Slash are you holding tension like in your body somewhere that maybe you need to relax? Eat clean for a couple of days, Void. Yeah, Moonib's right. You should eat clean. Um, Yeah, that's so true. Try if you have ginger at home. I tell everyone, cut up some ginger root and just boil it in some water. And you make a ginger tea and then you drink it. And it really helps with like inflammation in your body and nausea and really great. He said no. Oh no, because it's not like oh, if it's not stress related, maybe it's yeah, Mooney's probably right. I wonder if it's like something with like dietary and like the way things are maybe like digesting and whatnot. I don't know. Oh, they also put me on a steroid. That's probably why I'm hyped up. I'm also watching body cam videos. And guys, you should see me. I'm like laying in bed right now, like 1 foot up in the air, and I'm like holding my big toe. Those random positions you pull in bed? Yeah, that's me. Goodness gracious, guys. How is everyone doing? Poor diet causes inflammation for me. Like and like dehydration, like lack of nutrients, or if like you're like too much sugar. You know what? Okay, I take that back. I was gonna say I cut out sugar from my diet, but I got these Girl Scout Pop Tarts that are it's like the Samoas. So it's like coconut caramel. And obviously that has so much sugar and it's so freaking good, man. But besides that, I've pretty much cut out sugar. Hi, Luna. Hi, Luna. And I noticed a huge and like especially my energy. Hi, baby girl. You look like you need something. Do you need something? You're so cute. Does anyone else here watch Asmongold? Oh my god, you're so cute. Yes, you are so cute. Yes, you are. Oh my god, she bats her eyes at me and it's so cute. You were so cute. I love you. I love you. Oh my god, I love my Luna. Bro, I'm almost 11. My bunny chubby AF. Do you like me? I love you. I want to go to the dispensary, but it's raining and I have to walk a few blocks to get there. So I'm low-key waiting until like 3 or 4 o'clock for when the rain dies down so I can go. It's like not raining hard, it's just like sprinkling, but... Hey, Luna! Oh, Luna's so cute. So she pretty much stays in my room with me. She doesn't really like come out. But I go in and out of my room a lot, of course, because like, yes, you're so cute. She like really listens to me. She like responds. Anyway, lately she's been getting curious about like where I go when I leave my room, and she like sits behind the door and watches underneath the like the doorway, but she hasn't quite figured out my footsteps from like different footsteps. So sometimes I'll open the door and accidentally bonk her. And I feel so bad because I'm like, so now I've started checking under the door before I open it. So like, last thing I want to do is bonk my bunny. Right, Luna? Oh my god, so cute. Oh my gosh, let's set up, Rooney. Yeah, right? How am I going to ship you a vape? If it's, I'm going to be so for real though. If it's legal to send you one, I don't mind sending you one at all. I'm being so for real. If it's legal to, I don't care. Absolutely, 110%. I watched body cam footage of this idiot who took a plane. It would have been a 14-hour drive. Instead, he took a plane ride, and on him he was carrying a Glock and 7 pounds of something. I'm assuming weed. But like, bro, why would you not drive if you are carrying that? Also, why are you carrying that? And if you are carrying it because you know you're going to use it somewhere, drive. Don't be dumb. So, yeah, then they obviously got busted. And it was a really great body cam footage. How many of you are willing to risk it for the biscuit? All right, we can make it happen. Guys, I'm going to expose my ex. Listen, I hate my ex, mostly because he was just, because in the States, like it's illegal to have like cannabis shipped from state to state because it's federally illegal. But like within the state itself, like I could buy a dispensary here at 21 or because I have my med card, but I have to stay in my state. Now, if I travel out of state, if I'm 21 and the state allows it, then I'm able to purchase and use it within the state. My med card only works for the state that I'm currently residing in. But what I purchase in this state, I cannot take with me to like the state next to me. So my ex used to purchase product from Colorado and have it shipped to his apartment. And one day we were sitting there in the kitchen and I was like, what's this knocking like on the back door? And I look out the window and it's fucking the state police, like walking around the house, like trying to, like, and let me tell you, this house had like 3 different apartments in it. So like 3 different people like lived in there. And I just remember the look on my ex's face, like his face like dropped. And that was before I really knew anything that he was like doing. And I was like, that cued me in. I was like, all right, you're doing something that you shouldn't be, and you think you're getting busted right now. So turns out, actually, my ex's neighbor's brother was like either like had passed away or was like involved in something, and they were trying to like get the neighbor. But the way that my ex reacted as soon as he saw the police, I was like, dude, you really think you're going down for something? You know? I don't know. Oh my God, guys, one time, okay, in college, I used to be a little crazy. And one time in college, um, we threw like a party. It was like a wine Wednesday, so it's supposed to be low key, and it was pretty low key for the most part. Um, it was definitely like a good party and like cigs inside. Like it was fun. Okay, I was smoking cigs inside. I don't know if anyone else was, but I was, and it was fun because it was my house. So my rules. Um, great time, honestly. And um, I remember telling my like I prepared ahead of time. I told my landlord we were gonna have a party for someone's birthday that night. Um, I told our neighbors that we were gonna have a party and gave them my number and was like, if we get too loud, let us know, you know, because it's not illegal to have people over. But I'm not gonna expose myself fully because I did not do the things. But let me tell you, the cops did end up coming. What had happened was my neighbor came over and started banging on the door, and someone let him into my garage door wide open, and they were started cussing me out in the yard. And I looked at him and I was like, okay. And then I was like, the longer you stay here and yell at me, the longer it's gonna take me to clean up. So if you let me get my job done, like now that you've communicated with me and I know it's a bother to you, like I can take care of things on my end. All he had to do was send a text message. Anyway, so instead he called the police. And when the police came, Miss Courtney was so scared, but I obviously was the one who was like, yeah, guys, let's do this. So obviously I was the one who had to kind of take the rap for things and talk to the cops when they got there. Thank God, like two of my friends were, well, they weren't even friends. They were just guys that, you know, wanted some that night, not necessarily for me. One of them. The other one was my friend's, like guy. So anyway, cops came and the three of us are outside. The cops wanted to see my ID. Guys, listen. Okay, there's like two people on here. Guys, listen. I was so nervous to give them my ID, even though I was like, I knew they just wanted to see my ID because they just had to like, you know, say they talked to someone, and like I knew we weren't gonna really get in trouble for anything. But I don't know why I said this. I was like, oh my God, a seagull feather. That's so great. Like, I just remember saying that almost as like to give myself some kind of normalcy, you know, to be like, oh, the cops aren't in my front yard, and um, you know, like I didn't just ask a few hundred people to like go, you know, like didn't just leave with drinks there, like you know what I mean? Like it was, I don't know. I'm not explaining it right, obviously, and I'm gonna blame it on being a girl. But let me tell you, the reason why I'm chopping up the story is because after the cops left, after everyone left, and I walked around my house, we had wood floors and tile floors. But after I walked around that house, we had like pads of glue. Dude, that floor was so freaking sticky. And the amount of shit that was in my house was crazy. And people were just like calling dibs on stuff. And I was just sitting back and I'm like, y'all have fun with this. Y'all have fun with this. I'm like, we had a great night. It's okay. Someone punched a hole in my wall and they tried to fix it and they sucked at it, so I ended up having to patch it up. And yeah. But Sig's inside, and that was like one of the points of my story was like that was a really fun party. I had a great time. I had a great time. Anyway, thanks for letting me share that non-existence. Like, that was literally the worst possible story. You guys are probably, oh my God. I bet you guys are sitting here right now. Like, did you even tell the story? Like, did you even get to the good part? I got through everything. I watched Crime Body. Can you, this is chaotic right now. Do you hear this background? This is fucking chaotic right now. I watch crime body cam cop movies. I love watching news, Corey X Cash and crime vids, and funny vids, and bunny videos. Oh my God, yes. Chris, I love you. Change it. You said I like you. It's just I love you. I love you too. From New York, it was so good. Oh, it's legal. Wait, Mooney, what did you have? Did you have like, was it nicotine? Was it like a THC vapey? Slash, what do you like? I was actually just, well, I was gonna go to the dispo last night, and then, oh my God, can I tell you guys about the, listen, I am a girl, and I'm not gonna lie to anyone, like, people, like, girls and boys are so different. Like, we are just so different. And I find it very empowering to me when, as a woman, I I I stand up for myself, like, and am not scared of guys. Okay, let me tell you. So, last night I'm getting my prescription, which is literally a freaking inhaler, and like these like really common like excuse me, steroids for my like breathing and everything. And I get in there, it's a little bit busy. Then it's my turn to be helped, and the guy who went to go help me was already like nagging at the girl who was working, and he was kind of like rude. So I already knew about this, right? Then he asks me, my date of birth, and I I could barely breathe, like 90% oxygen. I just walked 3 or 4 blocks to go to the pharmacy. Like, I'm out of oxygen. And so my voice is like not the best. And I told him my date of birth and my name. And then he asked for my address. And it took me a second to think about it because I had just moved. And I told him the street name of the address. And he like laughed at me. And then like, um, asked for it again, and I told him it, and I guess I like said the numbers in the wrong order or whatever. And he was really rude about it. And he literally scoffed at me like, "Ugh, like, you know what I mean?" And then I told him, I said I just moved. I was like my old address was, and I don't want to give this guy the digits of my current or old address because safety reasons, like, it's already too much for me to be telling someone my first, last, middle name and date of birth while there's other people around. Like, I would so much rather hand you my ID. So when he kind of when he started to make me repeat my information over and over loud and louder, first of all, I've had people before listen into the information I've provided out loud, mumble it back to themselves as if they were going to go fucking stalk me later. And I have had stalkers before. So I don't like to share my information, verbally like that. Like, I like to be strategic about it. So I pushed my ID and I gave him my ID, and he said, "What's the street address?" And I said, the name of the street that I was living on before. And he looked at me and he goes, he scoffs again, he laughs, and he goes, "Is that the name? Is that a passcode or something?" And I looked at him and I gave him that look of like, "Are you fucking retarded?" I hate to use that word, but genuinely so. I looked at him like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I looked at him and I was like, it should not be this difficult. It has never been this difficult for me to get my medicine. And after that, my niceness dropped. Like, you know how you can have like a nice persona? After that, I was direct with him. He was still kind of, so whatever. He handed me my medicine. I intentionally chose not to say thank you to him. And then I went to the other person to get checked out. And as I checked out, it was a girl, the same girl that he was, kind of like scoffing at, or he was like nagging at, um, before I got in. So, and I kind of like got close to this thing and I said, "Hey, I just want to let you guys know, like, I have a security, issue." And, or I don't remember how I said, I have like I have a privacy concern. And the way that so and so had handled this was like really inappropriate. And I wanted to bring it up. She asked, she was like, "Okay, so what happened?" And I told her about the thing. And I told her, I was like, "It's not, because I can understand if you guys are like, hey, I genuinely can't give you your prescription unless you provide us with this information." Could that information not have been provided on a notes tab? Could that information not have been provided with my damn ID? You know what I mean? Like I'm sorry that I misspoke the three letters. Oh, the three numbers. Like, no, Luna. Luna, no. Luna, don't do that. Thank you. Yes, yes, you're a good girl. You can go around the chair to get your lettuce. There you go. She's trying to go through the chair. Um, it was just his demeanor. Like I've never had that happen before. And actually with pharmacies, I am quite like hesitant to give out any of my information. And I usually tell them, I say like privacy is important to me or whatever, or however. And usually people are like so understanding, especially if you say like, you know what I mean? Like as a little girl, most people understand that my safety is a risk. Like anyone, if you find out my address, anyone can come in the house and fucking grab me. And you know what I mean? Like that's a genuine concern I have. Why? Because it's happened to me. So anyway, I told this girl, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry about that." And I was like, "Oh no, it's not, I'm like, it's not your fault at all." But I kind of kept repeating myself almost as a Karen because I needed someone in that office to hear it. Because the way that this guy was acting, literally, it was almost like he was off Adderall. Like he was way too on top of little things to the point that like he was being rude to other people. Why are you going to scoff at me and say, "Is that a password? You asked me for my address. I gave you the street name. Is that a password?" So you know what? I'm sitting in my bed last night and I'm repeating the story to myself over and over for like 2 hours. And I'm like, "Is that a password?" And I'm like, and then I said out loud to myself, I was like, I was like, "Well, buddy, what's your fucking password? I love cock 69." And I start cackling to myself. And then I was like, "All right, Courtney, this is really pissing you off." Like he was rude and he was unprofessional and that pissed you off because he did compromise your safety and security. But like, I'm like, now I'm taking it to the extreme, be like, "What's your password, buddy? I love cock 69." Probably. So, that's what happened to me last night, and I am scared now to get my prescriptions from that pharmacy because, um, they call people like me crazy, but I think that we're just aware because unfortunately, people like me have been through those unspeakable experiences that I can't even reiterate the story to other people without without being deemed crazy that I'm talking about a single topic. Like, I don't know what kind of meat my ex fed me a few years ago. I don't know. Why? Because I didn't think it was pork. And then 3 days later, his crazy eyes came out when he told me a story that blatantly exposed the fact that it was not pork and that the meat had been sitting in the basement behind the Christmas tree. And I still don't know the truth. And I'll never know the truth. I'll never know what kind of meat I ate that night. And that's what scares me is that if you're picking up what I'm putting down, the things that are being looked over from the files that are coming out are true and they're more present in our day-to-day life than we're aware of. And I don't think people talk about that. I know I'm jumping around a lot, But if you're cued in on what's starting to come out in the files and in the world, and how this quote unquote kingdom is being brought down and being exposed, I think you would also pick up on the things that I'm trying to say without actually being able to say it. Why? Because I also don't want to get like, I also don't want YouTube to take my account down. And that's the other thing. People like me can't actually talk about the real raw reality. We're forced to only talk about the things they allow us to, because otherwise I will no longer be able to speak on this platform. This is the end, baby girl. I know. Like, it really is. And every day I wake up and I'm like, God, is today the day? Like, is today, like, what is, like, when is it? So anyway, holy cannoli, guys. I don't feel safe because it's just my mom and grandma, and my dad has, your booty hole is feeling great. Just that everything is going well for you down under. Wow. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm going through these THC, yeah. Last night, the motions, yeah. 27, do you love me? I love you so much. I'm 26. Courtney, do you play split fiction? What is split fiction? There is a book called Split that I remember loving when I was a little girl, and like kind of being able to relate to it. And I want to go back and read it because I know it's about either a character playing two different ways, or two different characters that like their lives coincide, something like that. But anyway, Mooney, this definitely is the end. Like, it's the end of the world. Wait, that's a mixture of Chicken Little and of every situation. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Give you the rest and mm-mm-mm-mm. Leave it all to me. Mm-hmm. Leave it all to me. Yeah, it's a mixture of Chicken Little and iCarly. Anyway, torrential rain. It's torrential rain. I want the rain to go away so I can go get my gains. I'm trying to go get my gains here. We will stand tall. We will live forever. I just want Jesus to come back because I'm like, this is enough. I'm like, when you're ever like, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of this fake reality and of sleepwalkers. But unfortunately, my job is to live with them and among them. And also me, myself, learning how to not be one. And I forget that too, is part of this journey. And the reason why we have so much time is also so we can develop. And yeah, anyway, I miss you too. I've got a boyfriend. Well, Chris, looks like we have a boyfriend. Who's our boyfriend? Add him to the chat. Oh, God. Split Fiction is a co-op game. The characters are Neo, Zoe, and Raider. And you go into fantasy. Zoe likes fantasy. Mio likes sci-fi too. You can play as Mio or Zoe. You go through Mio and Zoe's world. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, maybe I'll play that soon. Oh. Guys, I'm trying to think if I have any more crazy stories that I want to share before I honestly go take a little nap ski, because I'm getting a little tired. And I have really bad hiccups right now. Probably from talking so fast. Guys, I made a friend. Okay, I made a few friends because I go for walks every day, and I'm starting to meet like my neighbors and stuff. And I have been playing with different names. I've been telling some people my name, like my real name. Like I've been like, yeah, I'm Courtney. Other people I've been telling that my name is Joy, because I just want to play it, like, feel it out. And I almost think that like when I tell people my name is Joy, like I think they know I'm lying. Because when I tell people my name is Courtney, they like repeat it back. They're like, oh, they're like, okay. When I say Joy, though, because I've only used it twice, it's almost like, it's like, yeah, okay. It's like Joy. Like questioning me. It's like, your name's Joy? Okay. All right. Instead of like Courtney. Okay. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I've been more sociable lately too. You going? I don't know. That's honestly really good that you've been really social lately too. Cause broom broom mom's home. Um Not my mom. I don't live with my mom. Thank God, she is a terrible person. My birth mother is an awful human being. She should not be allowed to work with children. Anyway, um, being social, finding that you are more interested in social things, whatever, is a great sign that you are more interested in your present moment, that you're feeling maybe, I don't know where you're coming from, but personally, feeling maybe more safe, feeling maybe more capable, maybe more confident, maybe more curious, which means that your body's no longer in the red zone, it's coming into the green zone. It's no longer in crisis or fight or flight. It's coming down more into rest and digest. And yeah, it's just such a great sign. So I'm really happy to hear that from you, because that really does mean that your nervous system is tuning into a sustainable way of life. You know what I'm saying? Dab on them. Have you played A Way Out? Because I played It Takes Two Split Fiction and A Way Out. No, I haven't. But I did play. Oh my God, my mom passed away. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Maneve. That's so sad. I'm so sorry. I wonder if there's a way you can honor her. I'm sure you already have thought of it, but I think it's beautiful to be able to honor people, because just because someone is no longer physically with you, like, I think we forget that time and space is a thing. Like, we celebrate and prepare for babies to come, but just because a person isn't physically with us anymore doesn't mean that they're not here. Like, they might not be able to contribute to new, but we can still build off of on their existence, the things that they've learned, that they've passed down and shared. And the things that they did in the time and space of their living, A, only they could have done, and B, single-handedly made things possible for like you to have been born. And even though, like, you know, I think this world is ever changing, things are never forgotten. So yeah, bless her. Oh, can we give her a moment of silence? Amen. Oh my God, my heart's broken fat. Yeah, she's probably like really comfy, and I don't know, like, where I think that's, it's a question we all have, is like, what do we experience after this? And I only know about the dark abyss. Like, and I'm still trying to figure that out, because I don't know if I had died. I don't know if I was in like like home. Like, I don't know what had happened to me after I broke my neck, other than the fact that I could not see, I could not hear, I could not feel. It literally felt like I was floating. Like, I had no sensory. I was floating. It was complete dark. But I could think. I heard my own internal monologue, like my own internal voice, not my spoken voice. It wasn't my spoken voice. It was the same sound as my voice, but I thought it. And I said, "Lord, Lord, am I dead?" And he responded to me 3 times in my ear, "You can hear, you're alive. You can hear, you're alive. You can hear, you're alive." After that 3rd time, that's when I basically came back to life, and I got my sight back, my sound back, my feeling back. And I was able to stunt again, and then the pain set in. Um, but what's crazy to me is, like, had I not asked the Lord, "Am I alive?" what would have happened to me? Would I have stayed? I know I would have stayed in that state, you know? But then that makes me wonder, did I die and did he bring me back to life? Because you don't just break your neck like that, go into a coma and come back to life. Like, it wasn't a traumatic head injury that almost killed me. It was the fracture in my neck. It was 2 millimeters. 2 millimeters, like a second chance. I think about that a lot because that makes me wonder now, where do we go? And was that black abyss? You know, it wasn't hell and it wasn't heaven. I didn't make it to either of the two. But what was that black abyss? So now that makes me wonder. Yes, I heard the voice of the Lord, but that was the first time that I heard it that loud and that clear. I've always, like heard the Spirit, but that time it was basically like, it was the best way I could describe it, the roar of a lion as a trumpet. Like, it was literally like a golden lion trumpet voice, like all heavenly. It was slow and in control and literally like, you can hear, you're alive. But the assurity in the voice wasn't like us, the way that we speak, like second guessing ourselves. It was a command. Like, he commanded me that I could hear and that I was alive. So it's like, God really does exist and he really does answer us and he really does save us. And where the fuck do we go after we can see on this earth? Then I almost wonder, was I just in a space that God had provided for just me to be in, I only think about what happened to me because it helps me understand other people's walks and stories. Excuse me. But if anyone has any ideas what had happened if I was, did I die? Did I just go into a temporary holding space, Confused, curious. Is it normal to hear your blood in your ear? Like tinnitus, like ringing, or like pulsing, because I've heard both. But when it's pulsing, it's more so like after I get hit in the head or when my blood pressure drops or something like that. And tinnitus, I have tinnitus all the time. So I would say, yeah, that's normal for some people, especially if you've had like head injury or you're really like anxious or something. But guys, hold on, I'm going to cough. Okay, I'm back. I coughed. No joke. The burr. I know what you're talking about. Are you dehydrated? Void, are you dehydrated? You definitely have something going on because, all right, let's put this together for you, Void. So you're hearing like the buzzing in your ears. So you're getting buzzing in your ears and like kind of like digestive, like, Wait, are you sensitive to weather? I drink water. If you're sensitive to weather, and if you have not looked into it, look into the Schumann resonance, SCHUMANN space RESONANCE. It's basically a graph that shows us from solar flares from the sun, how those, like, I think they're called like the geomagnetic wavelengths, how they hit Earth and like affect Earth. And if you're like a highly sensitive person, if you're like a weather sensitive person, those solar flares, the solar storms have a huge impact on our like nervous system and the way that we interpret different like sensorial things. And I also noticed a major increase in like nausea and yeah, like this tinnitus, like the buzzing in the ears, vision changes and heart changes. Like my heart gets really messed up from all of it. And I think it's mostly because I'm not grounded on the earth. Like when I'm more grounded, like I go for lots of walks and I'm outside, it doesn't affect me as much as when I'm like cooped up inside. But definitely keep an eye on like the solar flares and solar weather and how your body feels when the sun lets off it's like little bursts because yeah, it might apply to you. Oh, you're not. Well, then I am out of ideas. Sir, I think you found a new one for us. All right, guys. I'm watching outside. Looks like it's just about done raining for a little bit. So it looks like this is a great time for me to head out to the dispo, pick up my drugs, and yeah, have a merry day. Thank you guys. You don't want to talk to me. Chris, I would be honored to accept the noble invitation of conversing with you. I was trying to see how formal I can get that. But I do want to talk to you. I love you, Chris. Chris, I think you're just rage baiting me today. I really do. I think you're rage baiting me right now. And you know what? I accept it. I accept your rage bait. Can I text me on WhatsApp? Yeah, I don't. Hold on, I have to cough. My WhatsApp, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to use WhatsApp. I do have it downloaded. I don't know if you can find me from like social media, but maybe you can do it through like Instagram. I don't know. But yeah, definitely WhatsApp me or yeah, I don't know. How do I do that? Bye, Void. Guys, I would give out my phone number except for the fact that I didn't pay my phone bill this month. So, I'm waiting I'm waiting until the 27th. I basically just have to okay. I have the funds. I just don't have access to a bank to put money on a card to pay online, which makes me so annoyed that things are just so messy. So, anyway, I'm waiting for my first paycheck on the 27th to pay my phone bill. So, I would give out my phone number, except for the fact that it's a privacy concern. So, I'm using my unpaid phone bill right now as an excuse. Isn't that great? Message deleted. Don't delete it. Leave your message up there because you know what? It made me happy. Someone asked for my number because maybe. Oh my God, guys, guess what happened the other day? I don't know if you saw my post, but it finally happened. Someone finally asked me if I was a boy. Not like I'm no longer are people asking me, why are you bald? Why don't you have any hair? Which was my favorite question to be asked. I loved when people would ask me if I was bald because like bald jokes made my life so happy. I only do the voice like, why do you do the because I'm just playing the part of someone else asking me the question, and that's just the first you know, voice that I went into. We could do many different voices. Like, why did you da 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 da? Maybe that's a better choice. I should really take my ADHD medication. This is probably why they were insistent that I do have ADHD. What was I gonna say? I love you. Let me know. Oh my God, guys, I do gotta take a break. I love you guys so much. Thank you for staying with me through all those stories. Was this fun for you or no? Did you guys like, I mean, you guys stayed on with me for like 50 minutes, so I hope you didn't hate this time. Are you guys being held hostage? Is someone in your house holding you hostage? Making you guys listen to my live stream? It might be. God. Yeah, hit me up on WhatsApp. It is *67 ocho seis zero siete uno dos 0786. Have a great day. Love you guys. Bye. Did you get it, Mooney? Do you speak Spanish? I'm just sitting down. Say it again. Ocho seis cero seis siete tres. No, wait. Wrong number. I was gonna give you my home phone number. You guys want my home phone number? You guys can prank call my parents and tell them they're assholes. is ocho seis zero, and then it's siete uno dos, and then it's 0 siete seis ocho. I'm not Mexican, bro, nor am I. I'm actually French. Irish, and Lithuanian. I used to be able to speak French, but I can't. I can understand a little bit now. Spanish, I think it's one of those things that, like, I think because, well, for a long time, I've been around a lot of people who primarily speak Spanish and English is their second language. And so I guess because of that, like, if you speak to me in Spanish, I'm going to be honest. If you speak to me in Spanish slow enough, I might be able to pick it up. But I am wicked impressed at, like, the speed, the pace at which Spanish is spoken. Because how does your brain put things together so quickly? I can't even say, like breakfast and eggs without having to, like, take a second to think about what I'm saying. You know, and that's like 3 syllables. It's 4 syllables. You know what I mean? Like, onomatopoeia. Like, that was hard. Like, onomatopoeia. Like, think about it. Onomatopoeia. Like, mozzarella. Cut the mozzarella. Cut the mozzarella. Cut the mozzarella. Like, that stuff is hard. That stuff is hard. Nice point. I want a baby with you. All right, guys, I actually have to go. I actually have to go now. Chris, I want a baby so bad. Don't even play me like that. I want a child so bad. I just want to, like, raise children so bad. I actually was thinking earlier, I'm like, because the way my life is, I think that I'm being set up to be, like, a foster mom or someone that is, like, highly involved in an orphanage. Like, I really just think that that's the path I'm going to pursue with motherhood. As far as having my own biological children, if that's something that the Lord calls for me, I would be honored for. But with my health, I get really scared that, like, I'm not even going to be able to have kids, which is so scary. Like, imagine that. Like, I never even knew that fertility would be a challenge for people. But after everything that I've learned about my state of health, it would be a miracle if I had a healthy baby, you know? Like, I could barely stay healthy for a little bit. I don't know. I guess if I were to ever get pregnant, like, my body would probably just know what to do, and God really has his hand over me that, like, God would make things, he would make it work. But anyway, sometimes I lay down next to Luna and I'm like, we should be a foster mommy. Like, once I get my own, like, house, like, I settle into a house and everything, and I would love to, like, definitely foster. And even if it's just, like, temporary, or giving children who are just survivors of domestic violence, like, giving them another, like, a safe chance. Like, honestly, it's all I want to do is to help those children who don't have someone who loves them. Like, I just want to love the life out of them, you know, and to give them the guidance, the support that they need to thrive into who they are. Not like, and I see it so differently because as a mother, I don't know. I don't know anything except for what I experienced with my own mother and how I've seen other mothers act. From my own experience, I watched my mother and my father try to mold me into the person they wanted me to be, never taking into consideration who I actually was. And that destroyed my development. It gave me no chance. I had no chance to develop my personality, you know? And the person I ended up becoming is not nearly who I am. The person I ended up becoming was a performer. I'm not a performer for someone else. I'm an entertainer. I gotta know what show I'm putting on, not just be dolled up and thrown onto the floor. Anyway, long story short, I want kids so bad. But maybe God is calling me into a path that's like a different type of motherhood. So I know you guys are guys, but I also want you guys to like, you know what I mean? I'm going to be honest, I have a lot of hope in men because as a woman, I'm also going to say we need men way more than we give you guys credit for. You know what I mean? Like teamwork makes the dream work. And our femininity can only, like, we can only really embrace our femininity around like healthy masculinity, you know? And I think that's just part of like the female body, especially when we take on stress, is like, and I don't know if guys are the same way. Like maybe guys' masculinity is you know the best supported around healthy femininity. Like I don't, you know, I'm just curious, but anyway. Wait. I'm gonna take a picture so I can message me if you haven't already, but if not, I'll message you if that's your number, Munib. Bye. Have a fun time on VR. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the dispo before I get in my feels. See, now I'm in my feels. Now I'm like, I just want a baby. All right. Wow. Thanks, Chris. Great. That's awesome. All right. Love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.